7 of the wildest stories from the internet. Let's go. I used my boss's own reports as my template. She called them the worst work I'd ever submitted. Paula had been shredding my reports for months. Format wrong. Verbiage wrong. Everything wrong, except my numbers, which were always perfect. Then I found it. An old folder on the network drive. Paula's own reports. Before she had a team. I rebuilt mine using her exact format. Her exact language. Word for word. Just swapped in current numbers. She lost it. Called it the worst thing I'd ever submitted. Then asked what I was thinking. I slid her original reports across the desk. That's your work. Verbatim. I just changed the numbers. The look on her face. Priceless. She signed off without another word and told me to send them out. The same reports she'd called unreadable 60 seconds earlier. I saved everything locally. Every template. Every report. She deleted the originals. I knew she would, but it didn't matter. The game went on until the day I quit. So tell me, was I wrong, or did Paula have it coming? First up, a boss who's about to regret her feedback. I paid for my friend's $2,000 flight to Bali for my wedding. She never showed up. Destination wedding in Indonesia. We covered our friends' flights. Gemma's ticket was $2,000. Plus hotel for a week. Her new husband came too. Day of the wedding. No Gemma. No John. I'm in my dress. Waiting. Nothing. I called after. She said they couldn't afford a honeymoon, so they used my wedding as a free vacation. And John didn't feel like attending the ceremony. Didn't feel like it. $2,000. She treated my wedding like a Groupon deal. 10 years of friendship. Now I'm taking her to small claims court. My husband says let it go. But this isn't about money. It's about showing up. So tell me. Am I wrong for wanting to sue? Next, a $2,000 flight that went nowhere. I told every dad at my son's christening, you're on baby duty. Now. We were supposed to be celebrating together. But all the guys were at the bar, drinking, laughing, not a care in the world. Meanwhile us women? Passing babies around. Chasing toddlers. Dancing with kids on our hips while they had zero responsibility. So I walked up to the DJ and told him to make an announcement. Gentlemen, you're on baby duty before you get too drunk. This next song is for the ladies. You should have seen their faces. Half of them didn't even know where their own kid was. We literally had to walk the babies over and hand them off. Some of the dads looked offended. Like we were asking too much. A few grandmas stepped in because the guys just stood there. It was embarrassing. These are grown men who can't handle their own children for 20 minutes so their wives can have one drink. But we didn't wait around to argue. We ordered drinks. Kicked off our heels. And danced like we deserved to. Because we did. So tell me, was I wrong for calling them out? Now a christening that turned into a wake-up call. I gave them a fake mistake every single time. And they fell for it. I was a graphic designer in the 90s. Before everything went digital. One client drove us absolutely insane. Every proof we sent, he'd find an error. Every time. This line's crooked. That word's too dark. Didn't matter if it was perfect. He'd reject it, demand a new proof, hold up the entire job. So we started playing him. I'd designed 2 versions. One perfect. One with an obvious, glaring mistake. Something he couldn't miss. We'd show him the bad one first. Like clockwork, he'd catch the error. Demand a reprint. Act like he saved the whole project. We'd tell him to come back in an hour. Then we'd just pull out the second proof. The real one. The one we made first. He'd review it, nod, sign off. Every single time. Guy thought he was quality control. Really, he was just our puppet. We fed him fake mistakes for months. He never once suspected. So tell me, was that genius or just petty? This designer outsmarted the pickiest client ever. I got fired for being too good at my job. My husband started tracking every move I made. Demanded access to my bank account. Wanted me to wear a GPS tracker while he traveled. His family said he was just being protective. But I remembered my grandmother's warning about controlling men. So while he was on a work trip, I found cameras hidden in every room. Hacked my things during a storm. Moved across the country. Left divorce papers on the table. When the sheriff served him at the airport, he assaulted an officer. Trashed our house. Put holes in the walls. His sister, who worked at a domestic violence center, sent me a letter saying I wasn't really being abused. My lawyer forwarded it to her employer. She got fired. The judge called my ex a narcissist in court and told him to marry a mirror instead. Now I'm free, living with 2 rescue cats, and finally learning who I am without someone watching my every move. A controlling husband took it way too far. I got fired for being too good at my job. My sister was only 12 when my uncle started touching her. Patting her lower back. Rubbing her shoulders. Grabbing her waist without warning. He'd already done it to another family member years before, but my grandma caught him, and instead of calling the police, she made him promise to get therapy. My aunt blamed the victim for how she dressed. When my sister finally told someone at 12, they brushed her off. Said she was his favorite, that she was misreading it. So she stayed silent for 2 more years, accepting expensive gifts, feeling trapped because saying no seemed rude now. I only noticed a week ago. I told my parents. My mom threatened divorce. My dad admitted he knew the whole time but didn't think his brother would actually try anything. The cousin who was abused before us. She cut off the entire family when my sister was born because my dad let that man hold her. My mom got my sister into therapy. Filed for restraining orders. Did everything right. My sister laughed again, journaled, said her therapist was nice. We celebrated tiny victories, like her sleeping alone without fear. But a few months later, she was gone. She asked me over and over if it was her fault. I told her no, but I should have tried harder. Sometimes I wish it had been me instead. One uncle who should have been stopped years ago. I ran a bath for my girlfriend and now she won't talk to me. She'd been sick with the flu for days. Yesterday I heard her crying in her room. She'd thrown up and had an accident all over herself. So I carried her to the bathroom, ran a warm bath, and cleaned her up. Took all her bedding to the laundromat. Just handled it. I thought that's what you do when someone you love needs help. But now she's locked in her room. Won't come out. Says I saw her in a way she never wanted me to see. That she can't face me. I'm confused. Was I supposed to just leave her there? I've cleaned up family members before. This didn't feel different. She texted through the door. Said she's afraid I won't find her attractive anymore. I told her I love her. She hugged me. Then shut the door again. We've been together 7 months. Moving in together in January. So tell me, did I cross a line, or is she overthinking this? Drop your craziest story in the comments and smash that subscribe button for more.